Curdy, can you hear me?
In orbit round a star, do you know just where we are?
Curdy, can you hear me?
Is your mission clear? You have nothing left to fear.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6. Curdy, can you hear me?
You travel time and space, you save the human race.
Curdy, can you hear me?
Half a dozen seasons, half a dozen reasons.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Okay, people, it's me again, Curdy's dad, bringing you another episode of my favorite excuse for drinking, Space Croutons. It appears that while Curdy has been located, he's still too busy to host this show of his, and now Sally's run off with him to make a planet or something and can't be bothered either. So helping me out is my pal, my brother in fur, my canine compadre, my bulldog, Knuckles. Say hello, Knuckles. Well, you can say that again, Knuckles. Anyway, all this has left me to pick up the slack for you listeners, which I'm doing despite the fact that I'm not really a performer in the professional sense. And even if I was, I think I'd be one in much the same way Meryl Streep is. You know, multi-talented, choosy, and absolutely adverse to doing sequels. At least until Devil Wears Prada 2. Yeah, I'm guessing it was the designer clothes and pocketbooks that convinced her to step back in front of that camera again. Well, I guess if a sequel is finally good enough for her, well, it's good enough for me. And so I'm here today to bring you another chapter of that Hollywood Cinderella story about that actor Flint Locke, who's now insisting everyone call him Dylo Maxibullion or something crazy like that. I am sure I don't know what happens in Hollywood, but anyway, here is the sequel we received from his agent, and we call it Thought Racers of the 13th Zodiac. Sequels are good, too. Okay, Knuckles, you open my beer and I'll press the button.
Don't worry, Flint.
Dylo. You can't call me Flint. I'm Dylo now, and I hate it. If you call me Flint, they consume me. It's in my ironclad contract, and that's just one of the reasons you gotta get me out of it. Please, I'm begging you. You have no idea the nightmares I'm dealing with here.
You keep saying that, but I thought this was supposed to be your big break. Your dream come true. Thought Racers of the 13th Zodiac. A big movie franchise from a major studio. The Oscar buzz is already buzzing, and your checks aren't bouncing. You're getting rich and famous. So tell me, just what part of this is a nightmare?
I already told you. I can't tell you. It's that stupid NDA. I can't tell anybody what's going down with the movie. They own my image, my voice, my body, my life. And have you seen their lawyer? He's big and brawny, hairy and scary and really dangerous looking.
Has he threatened you? Any unethical behavior on his part could be the loophole you need.
No, but the name on his card is Tommy Gunn, and his briefcase? It's shaped like a violin.
Look, Dylo, I'm going to comb through this document one more time. Trust me, if there's any wiggle room, I'll find it.
And if you don't?
Then you are Dylo Maximilian for the rest of your life.
No!
Hush! I need quiet. Let's see. Next. Aha! Nope, read it wrong. Wait a minute! Never mind, I skipped a page. It's like trailer. Okay.
Did you find something?
Well, it might be something,
Yeah?
but it might be nothing.
Come on, Dennie, tell me, what is it?
Basically, it's your NDA.
I know it's my NDA. I told you that the NDA is the problem.
Just listen, will ya?
But Dennie...
You're not listening.
Fine.
As I was saying, the NDA, it's a problem for them.
I don't follow.
Yeah, there's a problem with the NDA. I don't know why I didn't catch it the first upteen times. Here, on page 7, halfway down, paragraph 8, go ahead, read it out loud.
Okay, let's see. The actor Dylo Maximilian, listed as party of the first part in this document, agrees to the following non-disclosure limitations. No information regarding...
No, start again and pay closer attention. Oh, you need to beef up on your cold reading skills.
Hey, I'm really stressed here.
Then just take a deep breath and read it again.
The actor, Dylo Maximilian, listed as party of the first part in this document, agrees to the following non-disclosure limitations. No information regarding...
And there you are. It's your way out.
What way out?
Look again, see? You agree to the following non-disclosure limitations.
What, the typo? So they mistyped non-disclosure as non-disclosure.
But is it a typo? Or is it saying that you can't disclose any information except to a nun?
Wait, what? But I don't know any nuns.
Not a problem. Give me a second.
Congratulations, Sister Mary Cynthia. You are now an ordained postulant of the Holy Order of the Sacred Interweb.
So there. Tell Sister everything.
Are you sure they can't come after us?
I'm sure. Besides, who's gonna sue a nun?
Okay, then. I guess it all started to go wacky that first day on set. You know, the morning after they transported me and Buddy out into space. Castmeo woke us up with a quick breakfast of Tang and space food sticks, which I didn't know were available anymore. We were then transported on set. We were set down on a planet, which turned out to be one of a 3-planet cluster called Quell. The day 1 location was known as Quay, and it was a very windy planet. So we were tightly shut up in a canvas tent, which was flapping in the extreme gusts, blowing sand against it as we prepped for the first scene. And of course, Buddy was still a little freaked out about his red space lederhosen.
I mean, red flint. Red. Ever since the first Star Trek? You know what that means? I'm toast. I know, I asked you to put in a good word for me with the producers, but I guess I should have been more specific.
So what? Even if it means your character dies, look on the bright side. You get a great death scene. Remember John Hurt in Alien? That thing busting out of his chest, blood gushing everywhere. No one expected that. It gave him a cult following. Am I right, Castmeo? Or am I right?
It is my job to keep actors safe till movie is over. And that now includes your Buddy.
See, Bud?
But no, it does not look good for him.
Wait, what? You just said you gotta keep him safe.
Safe from unexpected harm, not from expected harm. You may take comfort from the fact that anybody expected harm, up to and including death, will be for the good of the story, good for the film, and good for the director's vision.
What do you mean expected harm?
May I remind you that you are wearing red space lederhosen, and red space lederhosen equals expected harm. You said so yourself.
Isn't there a stunt department on this film?
Of course, you can't make a space adventure without one. But there are no stuntmen, not in your director's vision.
Then who does the stunts?
Well, the actors, of course.
What?
The producers determined, based on recent focus group survey, that having actors risk their lives doing death-defying stunts makes the movie more exciting, more dangerous, more realistic, and more in your director's vision.
That settles it. I'm changing costumes.
This is ridiculous. We don't even know what the movie is about.
There you are, Dylo Maximilian. Wait, Who's that? Buddy? No, make him Chuck. Dylo Maximilian, are you ready to make history?
Listen, Phyla, I am ready, but I need a bit more information about your film, about your vision.
Of course you do. I mean, why would I expect you to trust me? Trust my vision when you know nothing about my film. Tell me, Dylo Maximilian, do you have any life experience?
Well, sure, don't we all? But how do I apply my life experience if I don't know who I'm playing? What my character wants to achieve? Where he's coming from? Where he's going?
Right. And where was your childhood home, Dylo Maximilian? Who were your parents? What were your dreams?
I grew up in the Florida Panhandle near the Gulf of Mexico with my brothers. My mom died when I was 7, and my dad raised us. And, well, it may sound silly now, but I dreamed about being fast, the fastest man alive, about beating everyone else to the finish line.
Excellent, Dylo Maximilian. That is exactly what our AI researchers found out about you. And now I can reveal that that is exactly who we want you to play. I mean, of course, your character has a different name. Let's see. Crash? No. Smash. Smash Kinetic. A man who grew up near the beach with his 12 brothers of the 13th Zodiac. Yes, 13 brothers, all born under the same sign. The sign of Hermes, the Greek god of speed, raised by a single father in Jupiter, Florida. Jupiter, which is Greek, is Zeus. That's how they've stayed hidden from Atmos, the most evil force in existence. And all Smash wants to be is the fastest man in the galaxy. Can you do that, Dylo Maximilian? Can you be Smash Kinetic, the fastest man in the galaxy?
Sure, that sounds easy, but...
Right. That's also important. Can you, Dylo Maximilian... No, his name is too long. Shorten it. Right. DM... Still too long. Keep the name for the credits, but I'll just call him Dumb. Tell me, Dumb, can you drive a thautomobile?
What's a thautomobile?
I know. It's a new kind of vehicle Detroit is working on. I read about it online.
You mean like one of those self-driving cars?
Are you kidding? Those are dangerous. No, I thought the mobile still needs a driver. But get this, there is no steering wheel.
Well, then how do you drive it?
With your mind.
With my mind? Phyla, are you out of yours? How am I supposed to do that?
Finally a question I can answer. You heard the man. Get them in the car, now.
And with that, Casmio blasted both Buddy...
You mean Chuck. He's got a contract too.
Right, okay. So, Chuck and I found ourselves strapped into the front seats of a sleek and shiny red racing vehicle that, from what I could tell from the inside, was shaped like a smart car-sized snail in its shell. Instead of tires, it had more of a slimy, undulating, muscular foot pad.
Like a snail.
It wasn't a snail.
Well, if it looked like a snail and it had a foot pad like a snail, it sounds like you were in a snail.
It wasn't a snail. It had car seats, a windshield, and a dashboard.
Fine, a fancy snail. A luxury sedan fancy snail.
It wasn't a snail. Can I get back to the story? Cripes!
Language? It's no way to talk to Sister Mary Cynthia of the Holy Order of the Sacred Interweb.
Fine. Forgive me, sister.
You're forgiven. You may continue.
So, okay. Wait, where was I?
You were sitting in a big slimy snail.
It wasn't... Oh, never mind. Anyway, there we sat in the thautomobile, the wind whipping all around us, and then the dashboard lit up. That's when Casmio's voice came through the speakers.
Dylo and Chuck are strapped in and ready for take one.
Now, listen, dumb. Your character is part of an interplanetary race involving all 3 planets of Quell. You are desperate to win in order to free your 12 brothers who were taken prisoner by the atmospheresome force because of your father's part in the failed rebellion. When I call action, you take off for that great big hill directly in front of you about 2 miles away. Drive as fast as you can and don't slow down until you zoom over the top and disappear from camera view. Got it? Right. One more thing, though. If you start seeing explosions around you, try to avoid them. We need the automobile in one piece. It's a loner. And to be honest, the product placement is paying a lot of the bills, including your salary.
Explosions? Are they real? Is this safe?
Don't worry. Castamio has got it all handled. All you have to do is drive. And oh yeah, we are recording sound, so try to make any dialogue sound brave and clever. Ready? And action!
And we have ignition smash.
Buddy, what do I do? How does this thing go?
Not Buddy. Chuck.
Right? But is that your character name?
It is now.
So, Chuck, how do I...
It's a automobile, so think fast.
So I looked out the windshield at blowing sand and dust, just barely making out the hill looming large in the distance. And as I focused on the top, the thautomobile lurched forward with a roar. The speedometer indicated 120-something per something. Not sure if it was mph, kph, or what, but it was really fast. Well, we hadn't traveled more than 50 yards when the ground vibrated with a loud bang as soil and debris launched into the air directly in front of us, sprinkling a spray of dirt all over the front of the vehicle. And as I glanced left, we swerved that way. Another 50 yards and another explosion, driving us back to the right.
You're doing great, Smash. Keep going. Casmio, you're supposed to be keeping us safe. So tell us where the other detonations are planted so we can go around them.
Ah, that would be telling. If you knew where they were, you would avoid them altogether, and that would ruin the scene.
I don't like this.
Hey, we're almost to the hill. And if you ask me, it's not a hill I want to die on. So floor it, Smash, for your brothers. Woo!
Hey, there's a billboard at the bottom of the hill. What's it say?
There's too much dust. I can't make it out.
Using infrared binocs, I can read it. See Transportal Hill. Elevation undetermined, as the summit is within the transportal. Please avoid striking trees in the forest that covers the apex of the hill. Save trees and save lives. Proceed at your own risk.
Wait, what?
And cut.
Where'd they go?
Let me guess, you went through the transporter.
We went through the transportal.
So where are you now?
Well, according to Castmio, we're somewhere on the second planet of Quell called Elico. There's fire all around us. It's really hot, but dark. Chuck and I agreed we should sleep in the thautomobile. The AC is working, at least so far.
And the scene? What did Philo say about the scene?
Not much. All I heard was...
Yes, we got it in one.
Tomorrow is another rooster.
And you haven't seen any other actors or crew?
Not yet. So, Sister Mary
Cynthia. Mary Cynthia.
So, what do you think? Is this really a legit film that I'm just not getting? Or is this the weirdest, craziest bat in the belfry thing that I've gotten myself into? And can you get me out of it?
Well, our lawyers say no, but I'll say a prayer asking for divine inspiration. Well, who knows? Maybe it's a test. You know, a whole Jonah and the whale kind of a thing.
Well, look, it's getting late here. Catmio cooked us a nice pasta dinner in a hidden oven appliance in the back of his head area.
That's better than Hot Pockets from where his legs are supposed to be.
Yeah, well, it's getting late.
Have you got a room to sleep comfortably?
Yes, this snail shell vehicle opens up into 2 private sleeping compartments on the 2nd level. Who knew? Hey, Dennie, thanks for listening.
No problem from my favorite client. And just to be safe, you better sing 12 full verses of Dominica, Nika, Nika before you turn in. You know what they say. Hollywood studios work in mysterious ways.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Good night, Dylo, Maximilian, and tell Chuck I said don't let the firebugs bite.
What's that, Knuckles? Oh, the recording's ended? Well, I'd better get back on top of things. Okay, people, it sounds like those actors are having the time of their lives. Maybe Quail should be my next travel adventure, but only if they have a decent IPA. Well, either that or my regular PBR. So what did you think of the story, Knuckles? Yeah, well, I agree. Not much in that story to interest a bulldog. Hey, maybe there's hydrants on that fire planet. You'd like that? Anyway, people, before we go, we need to play a word from today's sponsor, Julie and Julia's Main Street Cinema, the only movie palace where Meryl Streep reigns as the queen of the screen all year long. Roll it, Knuckles.
It may not be Sophie's choice, but it can be yours at Julie and Julia's Main Street Cinema, the first and only multiplex that shows Meryl Streep and only Meryl Streep films all day, every day. Bad day with the kids?
I came to take my son home. Then I realized he is home.
Catch Kramer versus Kramer. Your mom stressing you out?
Instant gratification isn't fast enough.
Send her postcards from the edge. French lieutenants, wild dogs, death becoming you, or Kevin Bacon trying to kill you, bringing you down?
Dingoes ain't my baby, Kev. And I want to live forever, mon ami.
When you've had a series of unfortunate events, we've got all the Streep shows you need to make your world right again. So head into the woods to hunt that deer. No doubt you'll end up in Osage County, realizing your life is never gonna be as bleak as hers. Julie and Julia's Main Street Cinema, where her miseries are your company. But boy, can she do any accent.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode in the can. Speaking of which, that's where I'm headed. Guess I popped one too many can tops while you were listening to the show. Anyway, you know the drill. I'm signing off. Knuckles is taking a snooze, and you just gotta keep peace in your hearts until our next story time.
I will build a world for you. My family I hold so true. My love for you is oh so strong. Now come on, Curdy, finish this song.
Curdy, can you hear me?
The stories are the key, but they're not for free.
Curdy, can you hear me?
And with each new word, time it will unfurl.
Space Crew Talk, Season 6. Space Crew Talk, Season 6. Space Crew Talk, Season 6.
And featuring the guardrails of the galaxy.
Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me?
Curdy, can you hear me? Come in, Curdy. Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy.
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and unintentional. Created and written by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Episode story by Jeff. Theme song written by Jerry, Della, John, and Jeff. And performed by Jerry, Jeff, Della, John, Patsy Puckett, and Sally. Production by Jeff. Featuring Lisa Ramos as Dennie, Karen Batdorf as Phyla, Patsy as Meryl Streep, John as Buddy, Barry as the assistants, Jerry as Casmio, Jeff as Dylo and Curdy's dad. Entire work copyright 2025 by Jeff, John, Jerry, Della, and Jace Goodson. This has been a Good Witch audio production.